I have many stories I could tell because I'm constantly telling people about AI, but two of them that have really been impactful have been one for a woman who had a tracheostomy and did not talk verbally, did not communicate verbally, and her family um, was her advocates. They worked with her. They worked on her behalf to advocate because she couldn't self-advocate so well, and they used ChatGPT particularly to learn about programs in our state that would benefit the mom, and then communicate with the people who run those programs to show an understanding that the average person might not have, that really moved the process on more expeditiously. That it got things moving more quickly because they had a better understanding of how things worked and what to expect as a next step. And then they were just able to follow up with emails that they received using ChatGPT to follow up on those emails, and then and organize and prioritize and on behalf of their mom. And then another person has a traumatic brain injury, and this person is young, relatively young, and somewhat has an understanding of things, but doesn't really understand the intricate details, and maybe doesn't understand wording that's used. And so he used ChatGPT also to plug in things and have it explain things to him in using plain language. And then he was able to respond to things using plain language, or you put in things using plain language and have it put things out in a more professional manner, what society might consider a more professional manner. And so they were both able to transition from institutional settings into the community. So they're no longer institutionalized.
One thing I've been doing is I've been using Google Gemini, and one thing I've been using Google Gemini is to my emails, and I actually been using it to help me make my emails be more business professional, and, and also to help me with proofreading. And I had to like talk to Gemini first to change how it looked, how it signed, but I also went into the settings to do the combination stuff on there to accessibility, and it helped out because now when I do emails now, Gemini, what it does is it'll stop me in the middle of an email and ask me would I like to change the way I say things, and it'll change it for me, but it'll ask me before I do it. But also, I recently asked. I also use my Amazon Echo Show for all my Zoom calls, and I almost forgot that I had a computer, and I think I just because I use my Echo Show for a lot of the stuff I do with technology. And one of the things I have done was I actually set up my my bathroom sink and my kitchen sink and the lights to all to have to be controlled with the Echo Show. And so my sink faucets all they all I can move my hand and it comes on automatically. So they have the magnet things hooked up to it, and not just that, but the lights in the house is controlled by the Echo Show. And I recently hooked my Roku up to my Echo Show, and it actually would cut on, change it for me. And I also got the Gemini actually. So when somebody calls me, Gemini would tell me who's calling, Like it actually pops up now and tells me who's the call is. If I get spam, you're saying don't pick up because it might be spam. So it works out, and it's working out good for me. And it was just I recently bought the Pro of Gemini. I used to use the free one, but I wanted to enhance it more. I wanted to really see what it does when you have the free one. The free one was perfect because it was a test for me to learn, and now I use the one that I can pay for. I pay for the one now, and it's so enhanced, and it is very different because you can change the settings in it too to make it fit the way you work it.
One of our self-advocates who works at the Arc of Wisconsin, her name is Sydney. She has been using AI quite a bit to help her with her day-to-day activities. She uses it to help make her um, emails more professional. She does a lot of grassroots advocacy, which means that she needs to understand complex legislation. And so when the Big Beautiful Bill was passed, she took that entire bill and downloaded it into a particular AI tool and asked it to pull out any of the components that were related to disability and provide a summary so that she was able to understand the pieces of the bill that impacted people like her. And then that way she's been able to more effectively advocate with other self-advocates, help self-advocates understand what is going on legislatively. And so she's been doing that more regularly. And what's been so fascinating for me is that I don't use AI that often, and she's been able to teach me some of her tricks, and I've been able to incorporate those into my own work.